What I tell you guys? See, I told y'all. Y'all know I told y'all. I told y'all that Angel Reese needs to be more mindful and more selective, not judgmental, but more selective as it pertains to the type of people and the type of guests that she allows on and she invites onto her Unapologetically Angel podcast. Fans are upset. Okay, Angel Reese fans are upset and disappointed, including myself, because she just had Jada Waiter, aka Lil Baby Mama, okay, the rapper Lil Baby's mama, Jada Waiter, onto her show along with her friend, Jada Waiter's friend, Des Dior, okay. Now Des Dior, she's a really pretty girl. Both of them are very pretty girls, okay. I'm not here to like hate on another young black woman. They do their thing, but it's like Des Dior is pretty much like her claim to fame, even though she's a rapper and a fashionista. Her claim to fame is one, dating Future, womp, 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 and also being the best friend of Jada Waiter, who is just Lil Baby's baby mama. Again, it's like, Angel, you have an incredible platform. Why can't you use it for something else? This is an article, guys, brought to you by athlonsports.com titled, Angel Reese's latest podcast decision leaves fans disappointed. I told her. Angel Reese's latest podcast decision has left her listeners disappointed, primarily due to her choice of guests. I knew this was going to happen. I'm going to dig deeper into this, guys. I'm going to give you my opinions on who she should have on her podcast. Again, she's a grown woman, but this is just my suggestion. Okay, it says, the WNBA star's podcast, Unapologetically Angel, has built a loyal fan base with her candid insights and engaging personality. From hosting fellow athletes like Dejanay Carrington, Skylar Diggins-Smith, and basketball legend Lisa Leslie to musicians such as Sexy Red, Glorilla, and more. The Sky Fort received positive feedback from listeners and viewers. However, the most recent episode received a mix of reactions. Reese's podcast featured reality stars Jada Cheeves and Des Dior, who discussed their experiences on season 1 of BET's The Impact Atlanta, as well as their candid views on online criticism, dating, and careers. So annoying. Again, we don't need no more black relationship podcasts. Again, I'm going to dive into this a little bit deeper. Just hold on. One of the questions the WNBA star asked was about money and relationships. We've been down this path too many times, black people. Do you feel like you have to date somebody that's in the industry? The WNBA star asked her guest, adding, or that's making the same amount of money that you are making or more. They got to be making more money, Des Dior said, to which Jada Cheeves agreed, adding that it is their issue regarding relationships. As for Reese, she mentioned men's insecurities when it comes to women earning a higher income than their partners. A lot of men don't also like women that got their own, the former LSU standout pointed out. That's the insecurity for them. They don't like that. They want to control. Following the interview, fans expressed dismay over the responses they gave about the role of money in relationships, feeling it overshadowed other important topics. They said a lot of nothing, one commented. That's exactly what people always say. Okay, anytime you got Jada Waiter and her little sidekick, Des Dior, on a podcast, I believe she was on Cash Doll podcast. They did an interview with Cash Doll, or what's the other girl name? All these rappers, female rappers, Young Miami. They was talking about a whole bunch of nothing. Just men, relationships, money, bags, purses. It's just like, it's so tired. Responses are dumb, another added. This is like that one podcast where the 3 kids judge food they haven't eaten, LOL, a fan noted. The same goes for a commenter who said, losing brain cells listening to this podcast. Meanwhile, one fan questioned Reese's ability to bring more influential guests into the show. Angel, all these women out here doing phenomenal things, but you chose rappers' girlfriends to interview, just really throws me. That's what I've been saying from the freaking very beginning, and people was criticizing me. I get it. I'm just some random chick here on YouTube, okay, that's talking on my freaking couch, okay, in the middle of New Mexico. But again, okay, I understand, opinions are just that opinions, but I want my opinion to be valued, okay? I'm not attacking Angel, but it's like, you have such an incredible podcast. You know what you could do with this? I'm going to tell you what you should do with this, but hold on. A social media user left a harsh comment and wrote, least informative podcast on earth. For others, the podcast future has been called into question after some listeners hit the unfollow button. Unfollowed button, one wrote, while another commented, sorry guys, unfollowed. So Angel Reese is literally losing followers of her podcast because she refuses to listen to my advice, okay? And not just my advice, obviously it's other people, okay? Her fans. These are not critics of her, but her fans, not haters of her. We don't want to see you use your podcast to bring hood boogers, rappers who are just ignorant, and rappers, baby mamas, and girlfriends. The fact that this woman, again, she did listen to us a little bit. Okay, I'm going to give her a little bit of leeway. I'm going to give her a little bit of credit. Last week, guys, if you don't know, she was going to have the baby. Okay, yes, the baby on her freaking podcast. The fans were so mad. We were in such an uproar that she literally canceled it. And I think I forgot who she brought on instead. I don't know. I can't remember. But it's like, it was like an ignorant person. Angel Reese, you have been blessed, okay? With the height, your looks, your intelligence, your basketball skills, your genetics, okay? This podcast, You have a phenomenal podcast and a platform to not just put other female athletes on and just women, period, but just people, period. Why not bring on the likes of Tom Brady? Talk about how to prevent injuries and like his diet, pick his brain. What about Allen Iverson? Okay, I don't care what nobody say. I still low-key got a crush on that man. He was fine. Let's talk about his give him his flowers. It's not just about what you can take, but what you can give the OGs. Okay, just I would love for her to interview Allen Iverson, because I would love to interview Allen Iverson. Pick his brain. Like, what was it like coming up, in the early 2000s, the late 90s, and playing basketball in the NBA? Like, it's such a different culture from then versus now. Allen Iverson, you was just so manly, you was just so fly. You had that, you was the sex symbol of the NBA. Let's be real. The tattoos, the braids, the fashion, like the designs, it got so chaotic. Like, he was one of the reasons why they was like, from now on, NBA players got to come showing up to the game with a suit and tie, a three-piece suit on, because that was just he just exuded so much masculinity and sex appeal. And it was he's a gangbanger. He had the cornrows. It was just so much going on in that era. Why not interview men like that? Why would you try to interview the baby? Instead of having women on rappers, baby moms and girlfriends, okay, and ex-lovers, why not interview Sha'Carri Richardson? I would love to interview Sha'Carri Richardson. She's another young Black woman. She's a professional athlete. She's been through so much. She lost her mother, her grandmother. They counted her out. They didn't think she was going to actually be somebody after she pissed hot, which is what we call it in the military. Okay, I'm in the military. You get caught smoking weed, you got to take a urine test, and it comes back marijuana is in your urine. You pissed hot. She pissed hot, and the fact that she was smoking weed and she was still dusting everybody on that track. Why not talk to women like her? People like Tom Brady, LeBron James, Bonnie James, okay? LeBron James Jr. Angel Reese, why? The fact that you were even contemplating, I feel like she's going to have him on. She's going to try to sneak him in there somehow. The fact that you actually wanted to sit down and speak with that ignorant mother, the baby, I ain't gonna lie, he got some bops, he got some good music here and there, but he is so ignorant. He's slapping women, he getting into shootouts, he got 3 children by 3 different women. There's nothing why do you even want to be in a space with a man such as that? Okay, I'd rather Megan Thee Stallion, okay? Some young Black women who are artists, in music, be it fashion, of course, sports, athletes. Somebody, it's just so many people, Black, white, male, female, athlete, singer, entertainer that you could be interviewing. Why keep on bringing on hoodlums? And that's another thing. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm going to title this. I'm all over the place. But it's what is this obsession? Somebody tell me in the comments right now. Why are Black people, why are we so obsessed with relationships and talking about dating, sex, money and things like that? It gives obsession. Okay, everybody got a podcast. Okay, talking about how Black women ain't ish. Okay, let's be honest, a lot of Black men, just hate Black women these days. They on the podcast is completely disparaging us. And you got Black women who got podcasts. They only talking about how to get to the bag, how to, attract a rich hood that they can, try to get, his credit card and debit cards off of. I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired. It's so much going on in this world right now. Okay, even if you're not that, you don't want to get into politics. I understand, politics make people uncomfortable. I don't really talk about politics on my channel. I don't know that much about it. But it's this world event. Have Nobel Peace Prize winners on. You could have Kendrick Lamar on. You could have, imagine Angel Reese takes a podcast to a whole other level where she sits down and interviews Tom Brady, and he just tells her these are my essentials, GQ. He tells her about what his daily routine was when he was at his peak performance in the NFL. He just could say what, I want Tom Brady on my show. I'm going to interview him, and everything that he did, to win all those 11 rings, I'm going to actually do his routine. Let's say Tom Brady says I wake up at 4:15 a.m. sharp, and I eat 2 bananas, a bowl of oatmeal, and a protein shake, and then I'm about to hit the gym to do weights. What if Angel Reese could actually replicate that? This is just some content that anybody with some sense, who is her manager? Jennifer, comes to the front, get on your Zoom. Why is Angel Reese looking a fool? People are literally criticizing this girl, saying, watching this episode and watching some of these episodes on your podcast, I'm literally losing brain cells. Y'all said a whole bunch of nothing. They said I got all the things that's going on in this world, out of all the people that's far interesting. Literally every interview that these baby mamas and rappers do, specifically Jess Dior, and then the Jada Waiter girl who look a mess. She used to be so pretty. Lil Baby got a son with her. All she talks about is nothing. Every interview, she talks about her BBL, her lashes. She just talks about how like, she literally just defends herself on why she got, a BBL implant, why she got that Chinese eye surgery. Like, it makes you, it gives you like the cat eye look, looking crazy. She got her lips filtered, like, blown up. Even though she's already black, you already have these features. Just a whole bunch of toxic, lost young women who are nothing but baby moms. Let's be honest. They ain't got no career goals. They ain't got no accomplishments. They don't have nothing going for themselves. All they got is like some lame swimsuit fashion line that's always coming out soon, a jewelry line that's coming out soon, this or that that's coming out soon. No, you're just a professional baby mom who like to lay on your back for rappers. I'm becoming more and more disappointed with Angel Reese, the way she's using her voice, the way she's using that public platform, unapologetically Angel. I still like it. I'm still subscribed, but it's like you need to do better. Angel, this is not criticism coming from hatred and jealousy or envy. We being real with you. You 22, about to be 23, come May 6th, okay, you my Taurus twin. You have intelligence. As Taurus women, we are known for intelligence. You're a young, strong, intelligent, young black woman. You should not be using your platform to be interviewing the likes of the baby. I don't know why she had Sexy Red up on there. What were you going to talk about? Talk about, again, like she grown, she can do what she wants, but it's like, it's just so much more information that she can be sharing with the world and her viewers and the listeners of her podcast if she would stop going after hoodlums. So why does she have Polo G on there? What's that little boy name? Some rapper in Chicago that's always talking about killing other black people. Why, Angel? Just stop it. I'm begging you. We all are begging you as fans and listeners of your podcast and you being a basketball player. Please have guests on that got some sense. Now, again, this is just my suggestion. Your next guest, okay, this is the lineup. Sha'Carri Richardson, bang her line. Tom Brady, bang his line. LeBron James. Allen Iverson, he's still fine. Bang his line. Okay, he got too many kids, let's be honest. He in his 50s. That probably wouldn't be like a good match for you. And again, I think that she's already dating somebody, but it's very private. But it's like, it's just so many people with intelligence. Again, like non-athletes, non-rappers and entertainers. You could, Oprah Winfrey. Why don't you interview her? Again, pick their brains, okay? It's going to benefit you just as well as it'll benefit us as viewers and listeners of your podcast. Asking Oprah Winfrey questions about like how does she, keep her peace and sanity being such a public figure, and how does she address criticism or ignore criticism, and et cetera, et cetera. Asking LeBron James, you're in your 40s, you literally have the body of a demigod. What is your diet like? What is your fitness? You see all these women that are breaking their ACLs. What are some advice you can give us? Kyrie Irving, speaking of breaking ACLs, Juju Watkins, why not you bang her line and say, hey, I understand like you're going through a lot. Send her a fruit basket, some flowers, some cards, some get well notes. But as soon as you get well, sis, as soon as you heal up, I need you on the podcast. Tell me your whole story. Growing up in LA, being a part of the Watkins family, how much, that black family, the black Watkins family have done for the city of LA and the community of LA and the black people in LA. Talk about, what made you interested in basketball? What are some of your hobbies? What's your favorite color? You can talk to other women who tore their ACL. Why not put Paige Beckers on? Hey, sis, bang her line. Can you come through to my podcast? I got a lot of questions for you. I want to pick your brain and allow you to pick my brain. Call up AZ Fudd, who tore her ACL, MCL, and her meniscus disc in her knees. Tell her about, her triumph and her comeback. And how she can inspire other women and young athletes and just women and people, period, on how, you can be strong and be determined and actually get through adversity and climb mountains. But no, Angel Reese is too busy interviewing hood boogers. And I don't understand why. All I ask is for Angel Reese to do better. And all I ask is for black people to stop doing these same repetitive freaking conversations. Who pays on the first date? Should we go 50-50? Should the man pay the rent and the woman pay the water bill? It's just enough. Has been enough. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm tired of talking about sex all the time. I'm tired of talking about love and romance and who should pay on the first date. It's black women's fault. It's black women's fault. Enough is enough. Enough is enough, Angel. Somebody send this video to her. Angel Reese, again, like I just told you the lineup. Get Sha'Carri Richardson, Paige Beckers, AZ Fudd, Juju Watkins, Tom Brady, and LeBron James. Oprah Winfrey. Those are 7 people you can have for your next guest. No more hood boogers.